So, Whistle lines up with Silverthorne for the drop of the puck here at the Telford Ice Rink on Monday the 27th of December. The puck drops, Leeds win it, comes back to the D. Solder passes across to Streetley. Streetley presses up the ice to the halfway line and dumps the puck round the boards. Goes deep in the end zone. Goodison just bounces off the boards. It gets caught up in the feet. Just on the boards there of Finlay Howells. Just tried to free it up. Leeds forcing the play down, trying to just deflect it off the boards, kept in from the point. Shot comes in from the point, and it's Kieran Brown that gets the first shot away of the night. Brad Day makes the save, and another offensive play. Whistle comes in, tries to put it round, and it goes in the back of the net. And it's the first goal of the night, I think, scored by Brandon Whistle. And it was scored on just 35 seconds. And what was so dominant about that is how the Leeds Knights controlled that end zone, Alan.
That was coming after about 10 seconds to play. There was just no will in the Telford defence there. Absolutely no will at all. I think that shift just shaking off the Christmas lunches. I hope so, anyway.
Absolutely. Brandon Whistle putting the puck in the net, taking it down. Brad Day and Kieran Brown being given a lot of space in front of the Tigers' net. And as you say, that goal could have come a little earlier with the time that they got there. And now the Telford Tigers. Goodison gets a tap on it, gets it over the blue line into neutral ice. Kieran Brown loops back, tips it off the boards, and a bit of pushing and shoving going there between Goodison and Kieran Brown. And there's a penalty coming against Leeds. Brown's not happy about it, but Brad Day goes off. Weaver sets up the play. Sixth skater comes up.
Whistle's dismayed there. He's putting his hands to his head. He can't believe that.
You know when Whistle's loses his head because he takes his teeth out before he starts yelling so they don't pop out. And Kieran Brown picks up a 2-minute minor penalty for roughing. He tied up on the boards with Goodison. Whistle's punching at the wall and looking up to the good Lord as if to say, what's going on here? McKinnon now picks up the puck, drives forward. This is defenseman on the break now. Deacon Fielder hovering, tries to work in. Going heavy on the boards there. Leeds just clearing the puck out to the blue line and sent it across their own blue line to buy some time for Kieran Brown. Very patient on the puck. Beautiful pass to Matty Davis. Tries to pass it across. And that pass from Kieran Brown straight onto the tape of Matty Davis as he pressed forward was working well at the moment as he drove up the ice and worked forward. And that was a real steady play there. But unfortunately, Davis didn't have another option of where to pass it out to. And
Silverthorne.
Silverthorne. And the rebound drops down to Mitchell King. Mitchell King picks up the rebound and drops it into the back of the net here at the Telford Ice Rink. So it's the first goal of the night to the Telford Tigers, scored on 9 minutes and 36 seconds. 9:36. Mitchell King picks up the rebound from Sam Gospel and puts it into the back of the net, bringing it to a 1-1 game. And will this momentum now take the game into the Telford Tigers' wheelhouse, Alan?
Exactly my thoughts. That's gone against what I would say the run of play. Telford have dug in the last 5 minutes and they've got what they deserve there. Maybe this will turn it, maybe it'll get a bit more even-handed here and knock Leeds off balance a little bit.
And they've settled, and it's a much more even-paced game that we're watching now.
Absolutely right. Telford have found the legs and they've woken up, they've scored a goal. And
Hazeldine plays it out the ring, and that's a penalty. If the defenseman shoots it over the glass, it's a delay-a-game penalty if it doesn't take a tip. Tips the puck either side of the D-man. The incoming Solder plays the body, but Luca hands on the puck. Great bit of defensive work from Danny Rose. Feeds it forward to Luca. Luca's in the middle of the ice, but two yellow shirts are leaning on him, but he gets the puck back, gives it to McKenzie. Solder tries to clear it. McKenzie's backhand goes on it. A rocket of a shot from Luca. Rebound comes down to Joe Aston. Runs through to McKinnon. Skates in. Stick on the ice. The stick lift coming in from Solder prevented Luca from getting the play, and the intensity between Luca and Solder, Leeds and Telford working, lifting the sticks, playing the body, making the hits.
And here's a penalty.
That was a late one.
That was a push into the barrier head first, and it might.
And the tempers are flaring a little bit. You're watching a bit of pushing and shoving around that play now in the end zone. The referee's got his hand up. He's got the penalty. The D are being held out by the other referee and linesman. They've made the call, but
what penalty are you going to call here, Paul?
I would say boarding, but it could be a check from behind. Shot comes in on Brad Day. The puck's dropped down loose. McKinnon gives Brown let's say, a good shove. I think Leeds Knights fans would say it's more than that. Shot comes in from the point, stick goes up, and the hand comes up, and McKinnon gives it back to Brown, and they both exchange, they both hold their face, both of them pushing and shoving. Now, it'd be interesting to see whether just McKinnon gets it or both of them, because Mackenzie swings at the puck. It's won by Silverthorne. Back to Weaver. There's a bit of pressure coming from Barnes. Deflected up off the boards. Leeds Knights on the power play. Down to Matty Davis. Got a bit of time in front of the bench. Passes it across to the top of the slot. Shot comes in and Brad Day, like picking apples, just twists the puck.
Picking cherries.
Picks the cherries and just twists his catching mitt as he hangs onto the puck and frees it down for a stoppage in play.
That was the Tigers' original goalkeeper, Peter Graham, Davy Graham's younger brother.
Yeah.
That was his favourite saying. Great catch, Peter, yeah, picking cherries.
So another penalty on the Telford Tigers.
Yeah, what was that for?
So it's 5 on 3. Rose makes the play up the boards. Howells has a stab at it, but it's kept in on the blue line, but now comes out. So a delayed offside means Brown's got to clear the end zone. McKinnon hasn't got his stick, so makes a hand pass. You're allowed to do it in your own defensive end now, as long as the pass is completed before the blue line. He gives it back to Danny Rose, who tips it up and over and then skates behind the net to pick his puck up. Smart play from McKinnon then.
He passed it more accurately than I could ever do with a stick. I wasn't aware of that hand pass in your own zone.
It changed. It's been a while. Oh, a shot comes in, a lot of traffic, and there's a bit of a kerfuffle in front of the net there. There's a lot of traffic there from Finlay Howells, and Leeds Knights defence sort of took offence to the fact that often Finlay Howells has got great hands and he can put it through your legs and sort of make it. And sometimes with an old school defenseman, if you make him look stupid, you know a piece of wood's coming in your direction. Weaves round, hits to the blue line, passes through on the left side. Luca now drops down, tries to get it through to the front of the net. Leeds try and clear it out, but it's kept down low. Telford Tigers on a power play, and a power play goal comes from Scott McKenzie as it's passed across the slot to that back door, and that's what the Telford Tigers have been waiting for, and they've successfully picked up a power play goal.
It's been a while in coming, but wow, what an execution by Scott McKenzie, one-timer.
And the Telford Tigers power play, we've seen a number of those power plays executed brilliantly well, and you saw Luca try and get that pass across to McKenzie on an earlier power play, and they're yet to convert. But now the first special tee has been converted. Scott McKenzie with the finish on the power play goal. Leeds Knights get the shot away. Great pass through with Luca coming in behind McKenzie, battling his way through. The penalty going.
Now then, this is Telford must convert this one. Next goal in this game is crucial.
And they're trapping up the neutral zone again. This game's going to be won or lost in the neutral zone. Pass forward to Silverthorne from Weaver. Puck's in the corner. Leeds doing everything they can to clear it out the zone. Telford holding the puck in the end zone. A cute little backhanded pass. Goodison walks in and shoots. It was Weaver's little backhanded pass to Goodison. Gave him the time and space to walk it in and get the wrist shot away. Goodison once again in front of the Tigers bench. Got all the time in the world. Passes across. This time to Weaver, who now goes up to the centre of the high slot. Gives it down to Mitchell King. Winds up, shoots. The puck's loose and it's dropped down. And I think it was tapped in the back of the net. I think it was Finlay Howells that was there.
Sam Watkins,
No, it's Finlay Howells. Finlay Howells put it in. The generated play came from the top of the slot where they've got that beautiful goal from McKenzie a little bit earlier on. This one went in. Gospel made the save, but the rebound came down and the stick of Finlay Howells just pushed it over the goal line to give the Telford Tigers an additional goal. So the rebound came in and it was the stick of Finlay Howells that put it in the back of the net. And now the Telford Tigers are on a 2-0 period, making the score 3-1. And the time of that was 31 minutes and 23 seconds. So off the draw, Whistle tries to drive forward, and a penalty's been called on Silverthorne.
Tripping.
This time for tripping. Goes up to the point. Weaver keeping an active stick. A lot of traffic in front of the puck. Barnes, this time it bounces off his stick. He leans in, backhand nudge over towards Brandon Whistle. He's at the face-off dot, gives it to Davis at the back of the goal. Oh, and a rocket of a shot! And it comes across, and Kieran Brown, just on the hash marks of the face-off dot, lets a humdinger of a shot go and puts it in the top right-hand corner behind Brad Day, puts it in the top shelf, and it's goal number 2 for the Leeds Knights. 3-2 the scoreline, a beautifully executed power play goal on 34 minutes and 46 seconds. Suddenly we've got a game on our hands, Alan.
Your teeth falling out, mate. There's a game on our hands, exactly, and that, as I said before, that goal was imperative. It was a must-score goal to get back in this game.
Deflects off the boards, goes around the back of the net. Whistle now in Gretzky's office behind the goal. Switches sides. Still battling on the boards for the puck.
The Leeds are just turning the heat up a little bit here. They're sticking it in this end. Here we go with Whistle.
Yeah, taking another shot. And Brandon Whistle right on the puck there, just to the thing. He looked us in the eye as he celebrated the goal there, as he picks the slot behind Brad Day up into the top shelf. And now you've got a tied game on your hands. 3-3 here at the Telford Ice Rink on 36 minutes and 33 seconds. So suddenly now, momentum firmly in the Leeds Knights camp. What do the Telford Tigers need to do to gain possession? Will a goal do it? Do they need to mix it up a little? Does it need to get a little bit physical? Do they just need to settle it down a minute? Because at the moment, the Leeds Knights are owning the period. Backhands round the boards. Goodison's going to be the guy that picks it up, rims it off the boards and sends it right down the ice. Only seconds left on the period. Gospel stops the play. Silverthorne literally taking Gospel on. There's an empty net, tries to pass it in front. Brandon Whistle read it well, skated across and retrieved the puck. Otherwise, that could have been an embarrassment for the Leeds Knights. But as we end the period, 40... Oh, what's happened there? Matty Davis is having words.
Well, he's getting a bit of jip from some of his old fans, but as you said earlier, he does get riled.
He gets fired up.
Yeah.
He gets fired up. And he won't like the fact that
was it the Silverthorne challenge down there on Gospel? Is he complaining about that? There was no hit, was there? It was just, yeah, be interesting to see if Matty Davis he went off in a foul mood at the end of that period.
Matty Davis has got a 10-minute abusive official penalty that's about to be announced. So he's going to be sitting in the bin for the next 10 minutes. Leeds put it across. Walking from Brown, shot! And goes wide to the right as the Tigers go back to even strength. And a stretch pass gives it off. And Walker hit the post from Brodie Jesson. The puck comes across again, and that's the Telford Tigers hitting the pipework twice tonight with a breakaway opportunity from Jesson. He'd beaten Gospel, but didn't get on the inside of the post. So the Telford Tigers on a 3-3. Too many men called. And what made that?
On Leeds.
On Leeds.
On Leeds, yeah.
Wow.
And both Whistle guys having a go.
I think it was the Telford bench that was shouting and screaming it.
Yeah, yeah. Pivotal miss there from Brodie Jesson when he hit the pipe work. That would have been a short-handed goal.
He got the breakaway. He was Jake Price creating a real opportunity there for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's back and forward at the moment. Nobody's getting in and getting control.
Silverthorne on the backhand, pulls it forward. The puck's still loose. He tried to put it forward on the forehand.
Got to be.
And now he walks in. Rose makes the shot, and Gospel makes the save. Coming up with a corking couple of saves there, and Telford getting a bit of rhythm, getting a couple of shots attempts away. Now, is Joe Aston out or not? Because he did take a bit of a knock. So as somebody, oh yeah, there he is. Blocked a shot there, so he's okay. He's back out on the ice. He gets a pass. Lovely stretch pass from Luca. Walks through, gives it to Luca in the high slot. And the penalty's coming on Kieran Brown for taking Luca out on the way through. Brown saying what for? He's giving it as a hook in. Now, Brown's protesting because he's going as a stick lift, and he gives him a personal misconduct on top of it. What Brown's saying as he went through, and I do have a little bit of sympathy from Kieran Brown is as Luca went through, his stick was underneath it. He lifted the stick, but it was given as a hooking penalty, as if he hooked the body. And he didn't hook the body, he lifted the stick. But Luca lost his footing as he went through. I could see how that would be interpreted as a hooking. I can see how it's a penalty. I can see how Brown would be frustrated by it. And then, of course, because of the abuse that he sent in the referee's direction for the way he assessed the penalty, he'd given a misconduct penalty as well, which I believe sits at a 10. But the two referees are having a little bit of dialogue about this before the assessment's made, because
Mr. Davies slamming the gate. Honestly, it's going to be a shame for whoever's losing it.
No, it really is.
No, it really is, because they've both
Goodison on the break. McKenzie's on the back. It was Corey Goodison, drives down the right wing, takes it over the goal line, passes through across Gospel, and you see Scott McKenzie right there as it drives forward. It's Corey Goodison, and it goes straight onto the stick of Scott McKenzie. It was on the ice, and it went in behind.
Did Scott touch it, or did it bounce in off the back of Gospel?
Now you're asking. I thought.
Will that play again? I wasn't sure if it just bounced in off the back of Sam Gospel. We'll see. We'll hear what it's announced as.
Yeah. Hang on, we're digging out the replay for you. I don't think it shows because the.
We'll hear what it's announced as.
Yeah.
You see Scott's.
You see the celebration. I think
he's not in a shooting.
I think it bounced off his stick. I think Goodison passed it through. Let's see who it's awarded to. No, it was. You were right. Yeah. So Goodison. So quite a game, very evenly matched. I thought you got a power play goal from the one side and another goal in quick succession. Then it flipped the other way. Very even through the game. What were your thoughts?
It was a close game. Obviously, go either way when it's that tight, and you're going in the last few minutes. I think you just got to really concentrate on managing the puck and make sure you chip in, kind of chip out mentality. Really pleased with the effort. Can't grumble about the result. You know, it's a big 2 points against a very good team. Obviously, they're struggling for bodies as well. You know, they're short. So at the minute, it's just kind of a war of attrition, I think, for all the clubs they've got 4 or 5 guys missing, perhaps through injury or COVID. So it is a struggle, and you know, you hear all the noise about the football. It's not safe to play. It's not healthy to play. All the rest of it. These guys got to go to work. They don't grumble. They come in and compete as hard as that. You know what? Credit to them all, but not just in Telford and Leeds as well. Every team around the league struggling for bodies at the minute, and they just keep on coming.
It is a difficult thing, and it was great to see so many people here in the rink tonight on the break between Christmas and the New Year, and to put such an excellent display of hockey on.
Yeah, it was a great crowd for us tonight. You know, you get a bit of a buzz when you know that there's a lot of seats sold upstairs. You know, it's going to be busy around the glass, so it was a good atmosphere. It was good to see the rink. You know, this time of year it is an easy time for people to come out and support it, and hopefully enjoyed what was a very competitive, tight game of hockey. And you know, I'm pleased they didn't go to a shootout personally, but that certainly would have added to the drama.
We were sitting on the bench, and as I said, the game was very evenly matched, and when Corey come up with that goal, I think that was a relief as well.
Oh, absolutely. I think any time you score and win in overtime is an absolutely huge sigh of relief. It was a pretty lucky, perhaps fortunate goal, but you know, good things happen when you get the puck to the front of the goal and redirects a finger off the defenseman's skate and goes over Gozzi's shoulder. You know, credit to Corey. He's got a long way to skate the puck and to make something happen. He's had I think a real strong game tonight. I think early in OT he's blocking shots, and then to go down there and get the winner, credit to him.
And of course, Lee, it was very evenly matched. The intensity, the blocking the shots, the penalty kills. At one point when you went down 5-on-3, that penalty kill was just amazing.
I think that for us obviously was a big key for us. I think from there we went down and scored on both of our power plays. We changed the PPs from the original groups that we started with tonight, and it kind of gives a bit more balance between them both, and both power play groups came up with big goals. And
a lot of good net minding on both sides.
Oh, definitely. You know, we know Sam and we know Brad now. Both have won the league for us. Highly competitive, not the biggest of guys, but real competitors in the crease. They battle for every puck, and both very athletic.
And a road trip to Sheffield tomorrow. And of course, last time Sheffield came down here, very depleted in numbers, but quite a heavy schedule as well, and with people isolating, it does make it very difficult, as you mentioned, for all teams.
It makes it very difficult for obviously the players when they play. It makes it very difficult for the coaches, managers, trying to make sure that they've got a lineup, a competitive lineup that we can obviously utilise and make sure we've got numbers. Obviously, credit to the Sheffield boys that came down here last week. It's a difficult situation at the moment. We'll get tests back in the morning from the players, and fingers crossed that we don't have any other guys that obviously need to isolate. But we've not been, touch wood, we'll touch your head.
Cheers for that.
We haven't been too bad with COVID so far. We've got guys missing mainly through injury, so you know, and they're kind of longer term, so that makes it difficult if then you have a bout of COVID go through the team.
Absolutely, and then of course the next home game is Sunday night against the Knights. Against the Raiders.
I haven't even looked that far ahead. I know
it's not until next year, technically.
It's not until next year. We're up to Sheffield tomorrow, tomorrow, and then obviously we've got an away trip to Peterborough as well on New Year's Day. So we'll take it one step at a time, and hopefully we keep everybody healthy through this very just busy period.
Thanks, Tom.
Cheers, guys.